the following presentation of the National Football League.
Lying in wait inside of State Farm Stadium, the Cardinals listening for the sound of their signature Big Red Siren, which signals an air raid and brings them out to a sea of red here in Glendale. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday night primetime showdown between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Arizona Cardinals. Leading the Raiders sideline, that is head coach Pete Carroll. His guys losers their last game, hoping to reverse that here. On the Cardinals sideline, that's head coach Jonathan Gannon. His guys ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Scott, Brock Ewan with you, hoping there's a good one in store for all of us. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Return starts at the 3. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by one of the league's promising young, talented quarterback in his first season out of Arkansas.
A 400-plus yard passing day, it takes everybody. It takes protection. It takes your eligible playmakers to make those catches and gain your yards. And it also takes a red-hot quarterback playing with tremendous confidence and belief in what he can do. And now, his teammates are counting on him to do it again.
And quick there, and they bring him to the turf. This defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Finds Benson out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard
line. The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Finds him quickly on the RPO. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still first down.
So after they march off the 5 yards, here's 1st and 15. Running it after the penalty. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's another Cardinals first down.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39. Back to pass on 1st and 10. On the left side. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the pistol with Benson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Throw here, 3rd down. He's got his man. This is Austin. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
That's another Cardinals first down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup.
They'll toss it here to Benson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That's good for our Cardinals. First down.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Cardinals finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Dylan Laube on the return. He dodged the tackle.
The Raiders take over.
So out had the Raiders for their first possession. And bringing them out someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing on 2nd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Look to throw. Finds Bash, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. And a Raider first down.
First and 10 from the 43. Still sticking with the passing game. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it'll be 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He's going for it himself. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First carry here for Ashton Jeanty. Danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 1-yard gain.
Throwing now off the play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. This is caught inside the 15. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 40. That's another Raiders first down. First down, Las Vegas.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today. It's a clear score with them shot down the field, or they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Offside, defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still first down.
So now, following the penalty, here's 1st and goal. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He spins right by him. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. And you can see he's valued well beyond his work just as a runner. He's leading NFL backs in receiving touchdowns late in this season. Setting him on the dive. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, second down. After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Right in there to haul it in. And this one does not go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain. They've got first down here from the 36.
36-yard line.
Pass play now. Jump off, caught by his back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Complete to number
Nice
6.
spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. He gets 6 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
49-yard line.
Back to the well again. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's almost to the markers. His effort takes it to the 40, third down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a give on the counter. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
A loss of a yard.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
A 58-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Kate, that was pretty cool. Pretty big kick for him. Actually, a new season long. And when you do that, guess what happens? You're going to get called upon from that distance yet again.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Raiders are ready for another drive on offense as Jacoby Myers heads out. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. First play is going to be again to Genty. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
This is Genty on 2nd. Jukes away from 1. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and
Running from the pistol here with Jency.
50-yard line.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him 8 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and
Off the
10
play fake, he'll throw.
42-yard line.
That's complete to Bowers outright. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
16 yards. That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Shotgun give here to Jency. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Sanders sends it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Calvin Austin on the return. Escapes the defender. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cardinals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Catch made by Austin. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
At the 31-yard line.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Finds him over the middle. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, he spots at the 37. It's going to be 3rd down.
6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
He has it on the QB sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him out to pick up the first down. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. He'll pass it this time. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Finds his man over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
To number 14.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10.
Just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. Next attack. He's still going. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Raiders' 43-yard line.
Option give here. Defense followed the ball perfectly on that zone read and closing on him for a loss. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Another carry for him. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
This time it's a passing play. This one's caught. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now, Brock, things are dead even as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Raiders 10.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. 2nd down, looking for options. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And the Raider 1st down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Raiders 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Raiders.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Genty on the give. He's headed right. And they force him out after just 2 yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
He's dropping back to throw. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
He keeps this one himself. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. We'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Brian Burns coming up with the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Escapes the pocket. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Taking lead at the 21-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Sanders sends it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our third quarter. Starting from the 5. We dodge the tackle. This makes it up to the 25. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. The right side finds Bash. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead with Genty. Has some daylight through the 40. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
13 yards.
It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to Genty. He gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Another give here to Genty. And they nearly picked up the first down with that effort. Ball advances to the 45-yard line. Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
He tries to sneak it. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down.
Back to throw. He's got it over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line.
18-yard line.
The Cardinals back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. First down, play action. Finds Benson out of the backfield. He's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
It's a gain of 20. And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Finds the in route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
To number 81. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They give on 2nd to Benson. He did well to shake off off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. Here's a design run. Now touching down a couple of yards away from that marker. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll toss it. Jeanty. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick down in it at the 1. The Cardinals and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. Ford straight ahead. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
They'll go play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A tight end in motion now. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Up in the air here. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 37 on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, but he just showed it off.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. And off to Benson from the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Genty from the gun. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Cards bringing out an extra DB on 3rd down. He's going to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. We've got 1st down here from the 36. We give up the guts. It's Genty. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway. That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards. 2nd down pass play coming. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
And this one is launched downfield. That's complete inside the 35. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Zone read, they'll give it to Genty. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well. It's going to cost him about a yard. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Nice pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll get this to Tucker. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. He'll come up on 1st and 10.
Raiders, 1st down. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Las Vegas.
And off to Genty. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
13 yards on the play. That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
On the red zone now. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. I'll throw it. Throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the
4. 4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get it.
And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a fourth-quarter lead. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
17.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fields this one at the 3. Shoots away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
All the left side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go play action on 1st down. Rolling quickly, but it's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Benson now from the gun. Escapes the defender. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Gain of 26 yards.
They're throwing it. Here's a screen to Benson. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Third down, they need 7.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and
Throw here, 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Kicked well, and this is good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Be with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Fits it through the middle. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
a gain of 31 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Another throw here on 2nd down. That's Bench with the catch. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
A gain of 6 yards.
From the gun on 3rd down. Man downfield, and Myers has it. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. He takes off with it. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
We go to Genty on the dump off. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another Raiders.
Here's Genty. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's second and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders take a fourth-quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
No doubt. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. Stopped on the run back of the 27. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. To the air now on first and 10. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
8 yards on the
Looking for a pass on second and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Throwing now on first down. Connecting on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Folks, it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders make the play that should win them this game. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Shotgun give here to Genty. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. With 154 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
This is Genty on second. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up third down. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Looking to throw. It's his running back. And that's the Raiders' first down. And more than that, Brock, it should seal away the win for them. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now.
And the Raiders first down.
Second quarterback run here. Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Drawn up for him. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we say so long from Glendale.